Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Stellaris with the Terran Star Empire. I had an emergency meeting with our Empress just an hour ago and she wasn't pleased. She feels that our future is threatened by all these very openly hostile empires like these caretakers, which were actually very eager to meet us and then turned hostile very quickly. Also, the very scary hive mind, which we cannot, well, we do not know what their concerns are and what they want from us, and why they are also very hostile. Interestingly, they are rival to some interesting people. Then these corporate criminals, the syndicate that wants to mess with our affairs, and we could guarantee their independence. That is interesting. I don't want to, though. Quite frankly, if those two declare war on each other, I want to jump in and murder them on my own. These guys seem okay-ish. They are at least very open to relations with anyone. They are very, well, they like the rights of all the people. We are not quite up there with them, but that's fine, I guess. I hope we will still have good relations for now. Even these guys stopped harming their relations, which is nice, or our relations. And we are trying to get them on our side, all of these empires, just to help in terms of war or something. We will see. We are still using our spy network here to acquire assets. We may want to spy on these guys too. We will see. We are making great efforts in expanding as quick as we can. Hopefully we can get Ebanor. But if we can only get Brelix, that would be fine too. Although I would like these resources. And our Empress wants me to convey to you all that we need to increase our efforts in retaking old technology. And we will. And we need to expand as quick as we can, grab whatever we can, and then try to, well, build up as much as possible. Our navy needs to be expanded to help combat whatever's coming here. The storm. This very, very big storm that is coming towards us. Hopefully those two cannot band together. If they don't know about each other, they can't. So that is a big plus for us. We are not strong enough, though, at the moment. And we most certainly need to become much stronger. What does our fleet manager say, though? So it is counting. No, it's not. So we need to go there. We should be full on power now. After the next 3 corvettes are made. And we need to find the technology that was lost on our planet. You have the trickster trait. That is interesting. Although that's not a good trait, actually. In my opinion. Because fleeing the fight quicker is nice. But it is not what we need. We need someone who punches harder, who doesn't have to flee. We are in the red for consumer goods too, I am aware. You may want to have something in here, it's fine. It should be fine. I'm looking at this with quite a concern, but let's just wait for it. Wait if we can improve that in other ways. Oh my god, that's gonna get expensive real quick. We need more energy, but volatile modes, gathering those now, and we have some. Or we could have some. We have gases. There are more modes here, which we can gather. So probably it's good to get modes now. Sensors would be nice. Unfortunately, I think it's already over. No, it's tracking and sensor range and hyperlane detection. That's actually pretty good. And tracking is important. Just hitting stuff is more important than to have the biggest weapons. Because even if we have them, if we cannot hit, it's not gonna do us any good. And we can get the listening post with those. I'm not sure all of them would be good. More energy is always good because we may have to buy some consumer goods from the open market. The local open market. I'm unsure. What else can we do with volatile modes? They are necessary for upgrades. They are necessary for special stuff. For special edicts. But edicts that won't help us because those... No, I don't think so. I think... Let's try the sensors. Knowledge is power, we know this. And they declared us a rival, which is really, really, really bad because they are the biggest of the three. And they are apparently not in a... Well, they must be. They're Federation builders. They must have started this way. Why can't we see this? That they're in a Federation. And they are still harming our relations. And now it's gonna be really hard to get back up there. Really hard. Okay. The first war will depend our fate. Or will... No. Depend? No. What am I saying? The first war will decide our fate. I'm not sure, I'm sorry guys. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Soval 1 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old. A gigantic living creature that's as big as a mountain. Probably physically impossible, but okay. But our scientists have ruled out that Soval 1 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science Officer Kagiso Ngige has prepared a special research project to delve further into the mystery. Well, let's do that then.
Updated.
Let's do that. There is a sign. Oh, wait. I love when that happens. You can just press research. It's great. Okay, we have all the corvettes we can have at the moment. A small Spyron shuttle recently crossed into our space in the Albiri system, pursued by raiders from the Spyron freeholders. We are not certain why they were being chased by their own people, but the raiders withdrew when they were challenged by our border security. The heavily damaged shuttle was recovered, revealing that the crew had perished shortly after they entered Albiri. Its cargo hold was filled to the brim with stolen energy credit ships. Well, thank you. I would actually like, to talk to you guys. And I know of a good raiding target. It would cost everything. Everything we have. That is a bit much, but I would like to punish them.
Construction complete. Just
to keep them weaker. Explosion in the sky. Okay, survey speed, anomaly research. Students and Xenocidans alike are spreading this find like a wildfire. Okay, it's just giant colorful explosions. Interesting. Yeah, survey speed won't help us. Unfortunately, we are completely blocked. We could declare war on the Han, because they seem to be weaker, at least in spread, than we are. Which is good. Yeah, that is still bad. And we could try to gain this. Just this. Maybe this too. Gain both of them. Okay, we have more corvettes than we need. Let's keep you for the no, let's just get rid of you. I think we should get rid of you. While clearing wreckage on Terra, we discovered an ancient cache of technology. We got global energy management. That is interesting. Quite not what I wanted, but interesting. I would like other stuff. Let's just turn every stone we have. We need something that keeps us going. But yeah, if we declare war and take these two systems, we are free to go to the south, and there doesn't seem to be anything. A silent shout. We have discovered the fossilized remains of a gargantuan gastropod matching no previously encountered life form trapped within a huge block of ice circling some asteroid. Its eyes glare fiercely ahead, tentacles reared and muscle twisted into a gruesome grimace as if locked in a silent shout. The creature displays no apparent sign of sapience. Unfortunately, we currently lack the technology to bring it back to life. Could space it for some influence, and I need influence. Actually, we need influence. Society research in a museum. Or extract and store a DNA sample for future use. Okay. Let's think about this. If we get the influence and space it, we could probably take Ibanor. Let's just look at it if they are already trying to take it. It doesn't seem like it. That would be huge. Even more so since I didn't even give them the order yet. So that would be huge. And we want this. That would help us a lot in expanding our influence. The DNA would be interesting though. I would like that. Just to see what we can do. Maybe we can get war creatures or something later for our armies. Although our armies are not quite as important as before, we would like this. And I think for RP reasons, to have something to fight in the great arenas, I think we try this one. And just try to bring it back. Although it won't of course be the same as before, but still. Please do this and then go here. Oh man, this is quite bad for us. Just being trapped like this is not how I expected it to go. And our dear Empress wasn't happy. Archaeologists excavating the hunting lodge have stumbled upon several references to a legendary Retarax warrior known only as the Huntress. Oh, wait, this is good. This is good. We can get something very good from this. She was apparently the most efficient killer renowned throughout the domain for having personally butchered thousands of aliens of Makvael. At Makvael. It is unclear whether this is based on fact or fiction, but according to Retarax's legend, the Huntress was killed somewhere inside the valley when she was outwitted by the alien prey she was pursuing. She was supposedly wielding the fabled Blade of the Huntress at the time. Yes, this one is great. I want this blade. And you make it happen. With any way possible. We need this. This will help us. Close down the... Oh. As crime levels continue to drop on Terra, the local authorities have been able to focus their efforts on thwarting the illegal enterprises operated by the Han Syndicate on the planet. A large number of arrests have been made, forcing the criminal branch office out of business. Good riddance. Ha 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 ha. Nice. Screw you. Oh, that's bad. Oh, we lost our operative? Darn, our infiltration level isn't great enough. Spy Master Yilin reports having lost contact with his operative on active deployment. In accordance with standard procedure, we must now decide whether to track him down or just leave him. Damn it. Darn. So, yeah, this is not fruitful at all. Then let's just do the gather information thing. Because I want to spy on these guys too. This is our way to the south. And this is our best way to expand. So we need to go through the Han Syndicate if they want it or not. And that we could close the branch office is amazing. Special project completed. After continued studies of the massive skeletal remains found on Soval 1, Science Officer Kagiso Ngige has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume these came from members of the crew. There was a sci-fi series that aired in Germany after Andromeda. That was inside of a living spaceship. Pretty cool. Maybe that's a reference to this series? Could be. For unknown reasons, this organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed on Soval 1. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone has substantially advanced our knowledge. Well, could have been a reference to Stargate Atlantis, to the Wraith, because the Wraith grow starships. But yeah, interesting. Very good. So that was your case. You should be level 4 now. Perfect. So research this one.
Construction complete.
Okay. So we did this. Can we? Oh, there's no way. There's no way we'll get this. Unless they are expanding in other directions.
Construction complete.
Another branch office. Oh, come on. On Yolderun Prime. Well, that is way worse. This one is closed, because now... Okay, it's still the righteous guy, so he should still keep crime down. We can upgrade this, which is nice. Cannot upgrade this yet, because the number of pops isn't great enough. Okay. Do we need something? We don't have any jobs, so... We will need more consumer goods. Very soon. So I think we should book in another industrial district. The problem is we will need mining districts, and I hate them. I hate them so much because I like to get my mining done in space and use my planets for more useful stuff. Signs of battle. There's clear evidence that the massive space battle took place in close orbit of Zimatulion 1A at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the moon is pockmarked with craters from stray weapon blasts, and scans from TSS Armstrong have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Charles Kowalski is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technologies, which is nice.
Situation log updated.
You need to be a scientist present, and there was, so please do this before whatever you're doing afterwards. Okay, the thing is, we do need another district here too, for more offices, for more administrative offices.
Construction complete.
We need something here. What should we do? We have the Holo Theater. We could get a stronghold. More naval capacity is always nice. There is no branch office in here. Oh wow, that costs them a lot. That's good. It's really good. The more often we can make them build those, the better chances we have to just make them keep them small. And I like it. But I think either a commercial zone, maybe alloy foundations. We probably need consumer goods here. So let's do a consumer goods one. I like it so much that you don't have to spam them anymore. It was so annoying. So annoying and ridiculous. Okay, both of you, or two, are here. So how about you going there and waiting until we can do this? Still a little while until we can do this. I hope we can do it before they come here. I have to keep an eye on that.
Star
Can...
system charted.
Earthquakes. There has been a wave of earthquakes on Joldarun Prime recently, and buildings in several of our settlements have collapsed with many fatalities as a result. The subterranean alien empire is excavating a new cavern deep underground where they plan to build a new city, and this appears to be the source of the earthquakes. We could harm our relations, the devastation will stay anyway, or the people will be a bit angry. Yeah, for 10 years, which is much. We demand an apology. I mean, come on. You need to apologize. You killed our people. That's not fine. At least we didn't lose real pops on Joldarun, which is nice. Primordial soup. Nestled in shattered pockets across Joldarun 7's surface is a rich sludge of simple organic compounds that our researchers believe could be holbed for abiogenesis. Okay, interesting. The spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter, which is abiogenesis. Joldarun 7 has an unusual thick atmosphere for a barren world, which could make it hospitable for simple life forms. Although this presents a unique opportunity to study what could be the early stages of the origin of life, it would be best to set our expectations low, as it may still be millions of years before life evolves naturally on Joldarun 7, if at all. Yeah, if the media would have this, and many of the scientists would set their expectations a little bit lower sometimes, we would not get so many very pathetic stories that then turn out to be nonsense. Like, I'm thinking about the life on Venus stuff and something, which is, well, quite far-fetched, let's say that. It's fine though. There's a lot of trade we could get here. Interesting. And we could get it from a station here, which is a choke point towards Terra. And every trade from everywhere will move towards Terra. So it is important to protect this choke point as good as we can. We have no free star bases. A new contact. We have received a communique from previously unknown spacefaring empire that call themselves the Alpha Gammarid Galactic Commonwealth. I was hoping they're in here. Yay! It's actually the second campaign I had was with the Alpha Gammarids. And it's actually wrong. They're not Gammarids. They're arthropods and not crustaceans. But yeah, I like them. It's cool. And I wanted to have them in game. Just for the nostalgia's sake. And of course the second LP I made was on my German channel. Like the first one too. And it's quite some time when I did this, so a few years. They claim to have learned of your existence by listening to communications of another empire, okay. Federation builders. Greetings, we are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms. Yeah, they will be very happy with the other guys, but not with us. Our elect leader, President Zukir, hopes for a long and fruitful relationship with our with your people. Yeah, it's not the first president they had, because it's quite some time in, and they are Democrats, so they get a new one every 5 years or every 10 years, something like that. Cooperation could benefit us. Yeah, let's say that. It's fine. Where are they? Oh, up there! Oh, wow, and they are not small at all, and they're very...
Anomaly found.
But that's receptive. Oh, that's good. We could get a non-aggression pact, which would be nice. And establish an embassy, which would also be nice, because this would increase our trust towards another. And I want this, because I need... We do need friends. And I mean, the guys seem pretty likable, so why wouldn't we? I want a station here. I could go over. It's not that harmful. Still need 11. It's not that harmful to have more star bases than your capacity. And yeah, I probably will. Because this is a pirate spawn. It'll drop down back after we send some corvettes there. Borders are closed. That's not very good. They should still form an embassy with us. And maybe we want the non-aggression pact, although it will dip into our influence. But soon we will not be able to do anything with our influence, but claiming stuff. And yeah. Special project completed. That's great. Has finished the expedition and returned. Sadly, the wrecked starships on the surface were too badly damaged. Sad. We could have gotten something out of it.
Construction complete.
Recovered cash. That's amazing. Improved reactor boosters. That's not that amazing. We got the destroyer finally. And the destroyer is the first point where we could think about war, I think. And getting railguns. I love railguns. We could get fusion missiles too. Yeah, we should try. I won't use missiles much because I don't think they're pretty good. We have an embassy now. That's good. They are receptive. Still. Our relations are dropping. Probably because of the closed borders. You know what? You can't directly reach me anyway, but you could help me against these guys and these guys. So, I open my borders to you. And let's form a non-aggression pact. It's not that costly. And I hope it'll be fine. I mean, you guys should be happy. We need subject nations. Yeah, maybe. But only those would be a good subject nation. Those guys here. The problem is they will probably have pacts with all the other Federation builders. Yeah, we have quite a few problems in here. At this very moment. FTL impact. A massive crater on rim door 1 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The TSS Goddard has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site, reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified remarkably. Yes, it is. Doesn't help us much, but it is remarkable. So you could no, you're not good enough for the 5s there. Maybe this one. This is a 4. Let's do this. I love the still. Okay, non-aggression pact is formed. Borders are opened. Great, that should increase our trust and everything. There is somewhere where you can see your trust. But it is not as obvious as it once was. Yes, and now we can form other pacts. We just need to improve relations. Let's see how the improved relations work out in here. They are neutral to us, which is good. They are still suspicious, which is bad. Although we have neutral relations. Huh. Interesting. They're belligerent. Great for just a democracy. Perfect. They are cooperative. This is good. These guys are also cooperative. And our relations improved. Well, because I do. I actively improve them. But I would say let's just quickly improve the relations. And take it away from this guy. So we can form some agreements here. Like a commercial pact would help us, probably. I don't know how much, though, which is great. How much could we invest? One more would be fine. We could get another rivalry to pay for this. Research agreement. I still don't know what it would do for us, but let's wait. Maybe they will propose them. I actually don't know what's better, if I propose them or if they do. Maybe it's the same. I don't really know. You guys, you are not that important. You are, though. I think you should have the disruption field generator too. I want to have more bonuses against anything that's coming from there. Confidence waves, interesting. Let's just improve this. A group of auxiliary operatives in the Vivisandia entity has begun shying away from their assigned tasks, citing a lack of confidence in their overall purpose. Spy Master Yilin would typically handle such matters without bringing them to our attention, but even without them knowing any details, these operatives seem unusually well informed about Operation Gather Information. Okay. That sounds so bad. Anyway, and perhaps the spy network as a whole, given that these auxiliaries are kept isolated from our more active and better informed agents, Yilin suspects the operatives are being fed information from an outside source. He also concedes that they may simply be highly perceptive individuals. Given these doubts and the threats posed to Operation Gather Information by each scenario, what shall we do is the thing. Invest hard or have a very bad chance that nothing happens for a while. It gets more difficult for 12 months. And we have to pay for this. And it's getting really expensive. That's 800 credits now that we have to invest. Let's try the event, I guess. It is not that important. I just want to know, if we can, how much fleet power they have. Their combined... Yeah, our diplomatic weight is way better, so... that is a good sign. Your diplomatic weight, we don't know. Panicked operatives, of course. So it's difficult either way, but we didn't have to pay for it at least. And we had the chance that it wouldn't be. Okay, they didn't build here. That's good. I hate you. I hate that you had to take this one. That's so dumb and so bad. Don't want the autocannon. Gas extraction would be nice. Robots actually aren't that important to me. Yes, we are interested in such things, but is it really that important? I think getting some gases would be interesting, because getting them would mean we could also sell them, which is highly valuable to us. Oh, oh I'm sorry. I want to say, oh, I forgot we have destroyers now. I'm sorry. Okay, everything is fine. The Hamilton will be our destroyer, and it will have a picket part. I really don't like the Sentinel point defense. Don't know why, it's just bad in my opinion. It has the same accuracy, really awful tracking instead of the flak, and the range is the same. So why would I ever take the other thing? Even the damage is not that much better. I think flak batteries are superior in every way conceivable, but maybe I'm wrong. If I am, if there are concerns with that, please tell me. But yeah, we can make some destroyers now. Apparently with more lasers than normal guns. Okay, what is more important? The lasers have a better range. So what should work better against shields? We have more corvettes that could bring the shields down, and then the destroyers hammer with their lasers against the armor. Tracking is worse though. Still, I'll keep that. It's fine. There are more optimal designs, I know that. Let's hope ours are optimal enough. It's all that is important to me. So now, not create a new one, put the destroyer in, and get 5 destroyers, and we're done. 1,000 is necessary, okay. Good to know. Before we declare war or get declared upon, I want to have destroyers in my fleet, so I want to reinforce as soon as I can. We probably need to go hard on alloys too. Unfortunately, the part is already done. What do you think about our situation? Do you think it is as dire as I do? As I think? Is it not as bad? What do you think? Tell me. And how do you think we can get out of this? I would say kill the Han Syndicate. They are annoying anyway, and they are not as strong as we are, I think. And with destroyers, we can get strong enough now that we could do this. Maybe. We will see. See you next time, everyone. Goodbye.